Greetings, YouTube, from week number 1. I'm so used to saying the summer of pain because that's what it was last year. But now it's the eternity of pain. Screw just a season of pain. You get an eternity of pain. Yay. The best luck that I've had so far, and look, I haven't watched any guides. I haven't seen any breakdowns. I'm sure there's already stuff on Reddit and Line and other YouTube channels of easy counters. Ultron's been my MVP so far, but man, you just and look, for people who love tough fights, the great thing about this is that you can do it over and over and over again until you get a good run. And my strategy last summer, and it's probably going to be my strategy this summer, is to not use a revive until I've gotten at least half of health down. So if I go to like 70% and I make a mistake, I'll just start over. Because you can start over as many times as you want for the duration of the week with no consequences. It doesn't even cost you any energy. But this fight is really quite something. Because Biohazard eliminates all of the options that you probably would think I'll just do X, Y, and Z. And then on top of that, besides Biohazard, because you might say to yourself, well, I'll just use Ghost. Ghost is great. And then the Bane. When you fight somebody with Bane who has such a high health pool and attack pool and overall rating, each second, even a rank 3 6-star will lose like 4% health. So for a 5-star, it's just like a joke of how tough it is. But this inflated ego node, this defender takes 100% less damage while they have less than 3 buffs applied to them. Again, that makes it tougher for somebody like Ghost. And then the extended buffs and debuffs inflicted last 150% longer. So the other thing that's really tough about this is just training yourself to go around the Bane, be patient, and then this Vital Strikes when the defender attacks the attacker's block. The defender regenerates 500% of damage dealt. So you've got some pretty sick regen going on if you parry. And then, of course, it's Crossbones. So they can shrug off parries anyway. So you might want to parry like at the beginning of the fight because they're already at 100% health. But then after that, it's a combination of baiting special ones, praying that you're not trying to bait that around the Bane timer, and then not making mistakes. So Ultron has been my key so far, but I have not had a successful fight. That is my strategy. Maybe I'll do a video on that if I get a successful run. Stay tuned. In the meantime, though, we are here to discuss what is probably the most important thing to any of you, and that is the Eternity of Pain point system in general. You can see points for the completion of each Eternity of Pain objective, points for the first completion of each Eternity of Pain quest. So 1 point there, 1 point there, and then you have additional points as a wallet breaker that I can show you as far as the milestones this week. It's all about a villain champion. It's all about a extra large champion, which unfortunately Ultron I think is large and not extra large. And then it's a mystic champion, which makes me think about using somebody when you're fighting Biohazard, because you got to be bleed immune, right? So maybe like Morningstar? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. It is also worth noting, because I haven't mentioned this yet in a video. I'm just going to hide my webcam for the moment. That we've got some decent Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic. We're talking about the same rewards that you got for like exploring 7.2, which is a lot of work, for beating Dormammu 5 times on the legendary difficulty, and that's really easy to do without the boosts for anybody who even has like the right rank 5-star champions, but especially once you get up to the 6 stars. I can't win, by the way, when I upload gameplay. Either I suck and I'm just not nearly as good as everybody else who apparently watches YouTube, or if I do good, it's just because my roster carried me. So like, oh, it's a weird feeling to like no matter what not make people happy. But then you got to remember that the internet is a place where people literally get a dopamine high from putting other people down. They get to they get to put out all their frustration and anger on the anonymity of YouTube. So let's talk about the levels of points, because obviously a lot of you watching this aren't Wallet Breaker, so you're limited to what you can get. And Cavalier players, this is the first time that you're just shut out from this, right? Because last year it was Cavalier and Thronebreaker. This year it's Thronebreaker and Wallet Breaker. If you just get 1 point, just 1 point for 48 days, you get half a 6-star and 25% of a tier 5 class calendar. That's pretty amazing. And then if you get 2 points, you immediately double the rewards. So really, like the first really exciting milestone is 2 points. Now, 4 points don't scale like the 1 to 2 point scale jumps. There's not nearly as big of a scale because you double the 25% tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors, but you don't double the 6-star shards. And these are also still 6-star 6-stone crystals, which, as I said today when I broke down how much they're charging Cavalier players and above for 6-star 6 stones, is just a highway robbery, and Kabam has inflated those prices so much. 6 points, again, you'd think, well, maybe it'll be triple what the second milestone is. Well, instead of 1 tier 5 class catalyst, you still only have 2, and you do still have the same amount of 6-star shards, but you've replaced 15,000 6-star shards with 1 Nexus, which that milestone 4 to me is like, what? Shouldn't you replace 15,000 6-star shards with 2 Nexus? Because really, this is still 10,000 6-star shards worth of a Nexus. You just get technically 3 crystals in 1, and you pick the conclusion of it. And so then you keep 1 Nexus, and really, a lot of people who care about becoming Wallet Breaker or building up more rank 4 6 stars, 8 points is the minimum, because that's what you need minimum to get any tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha. And it's a decent chunk. You finally have doubled the tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors to where you have 100% of a tier 5 class catalyst selector between all 4. You still only have 6-star 6-stone crystals though, no generics yet, and still just 1 Nexus. So from 8 points, let's keep going to 12 points, which is a big jump. 12 is my minimum goal, because maybe my skills and my inventory or whatever are not going to be enough to get past that. I wish, and I still don't understand why you don't get 2 6-star Nexus at this point. I think you should. But at least you get 10 generic 6-star 6 stones. They're finally generics. And then you've almost doubled the tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic from what you got at 8 points. And then it really starts to scale. Double the 6-star 6 stones at milestone 7. This is potentially overrated, because I've had better luck in the all classes than the class Nexus, but at least now you get 20 generic 6-star 6 stones, and then again, a huge jump from 12 to 16 of tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. And this will lead us to milestone 20 and 23, which from 20 to 30, from 5 to 6 selectors, and then eventually at that final milestone, you get the 9 tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors. You stay at 30 6-star 6 stones. I still think this class catalyst, I mean, I'm going to go for obviously Cosmic to try to get Hercules or Null, but I'll probably do what I did during my 100% Act 7 exploration, and that's get like Satan herself, Kamala Khan. But yes, you get a fully formed tier 5 basic, you get a tier 3 alpha. That's the biggest excitement of this, besides the extra rewards, which I was not good enough to do and probably won't be good enough again this summer to complete on without spending just a stupid amount of units. And that's like all the bosses in one fight, final day. Yay! So, these are crazy rewards for those of you who can see them, and Cavalier players are going to be ticked off. And I do think that Cavalier players should have had at least access to 1 point a week. I think they should at least be able to get, we'll say milestone 6. At least have them get a couple of tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors a 6-star Nexus, and 6 stones. And I saw quite a few of you comment yesterday in my Cavalier video that you just haven't been able to explore Act 6 because you don't trust it with all the bugs. But you know what? I just say at this point, screw it. Even if it's bugged, do what you can, because you're only going to be left behind further, and these unfortunate rewards are a reminder of such things. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.